What's up, everybody? This is Zero, and today we're going to be talking about what gaslighting is. And I'm sure you probably heard this word before, maybe even happened to you. You may have known it, you may not have known it, but for whatever reason, it has happened to you. And before I even, you know, even start, listing off the signs for it, we have to find out what gaslighting is. And as And here's one form of it. Gaslighting is a type of psychological abuse which the abuser denies the victim's reality, which that is that is pretty much what it is. Hey Gigi, how you doing? So as far as that, like that's one definition of it. And another one, yeah, the devious nine number tactic used by narcissists to make victims feel like though they are the crazy ones. And that is that is one way of doing that. That is a way of actually going about that. I mean, but the term gaslighting isn't always done by narcissists. Okay, that's good, Gigi. It can be done by people. Maybe maybe they're desperate. I don't really know what goes into the mind of someone like that. But usually, somebody that maybe doesn't feel secure with themselves. But for whatever reason, gaslighting is a way for that individual to make the person doubt themselves of the fact, even though they know what what is happening is wrong. It might not even be the fact that someone has actually I mean someone might not even know that they've been gaslighted. It might not. Oh well, this is I've always known this to be right, and somebody could be so convincing that this person just doesn't even doesn't it start doubting facts that they have known for so long. Now it's one thing to someone's wrong, someone corrects them on it, and they actually prove it. That's fine. That's not gaslighting. That's just getting the correct information. So here are ways you can spot I mean, well, this way that if you've been a victim of gaslighting. One, you're no longer feeling like the person you used to be. Like, you question everything about yourself. And till you start not even trusting yourself. So, and this comes to my second point, being more anxious and less confident than you used to be. This is one of the symptoms of it. This is like the after effects of being gaslighted because while you're being doubted, it makes you more anxious and less confident because you're constantly doubting yourself. And then you may even you might even call this gaslighter out on something, and then they make you feel like you've actually done wrong. To my third point, often wondering if you're too sensitive. So you would think, well, maybe I went too hard. Maybe I was just overreacting, and it make you feel like everything you do is wrong. That's the fourth one. Always thinking it's your fault when things go wrong. And I mean, gaslighters do that. That probably could go hand in hand with narcissism. Hey, Purple Paisley, how you doing? So they go hand in hand with narcissism there, or maybe someone's insecure. all often apologizing. Probably apologizing for things you probably didn't even do wrong, but they made you believe that person may have made you believe that you you have done wrong, and find it increasingly hard to make decisions. Yeah, doubting yourself will do that. If you're always doubting yourself, doubting that, oh, this person said this, so I don't know what's the right thing to do, and then the last one, feeling hopeless and taking little to no pleasure in the activities you used to enjoy. And that's I mean, I think that last one comes in like after you've been fully gaslighted and you have made to doubt everything. So now you've been questioning what what you're doing. So you might want to have fun or something like that. That person made you feel like you having fun is wrong. So now you're not. Now you can't even enjoy what you like to do. And here's some examples of how people can use your own sensitivities and vulnerabilities against you. You use what they know about you against you. Trivialize how you feel. His example is, oh yeah, now you're really going. Oh, now you're going to feel sorry for yourself. Or they could tell you that another one could be telling you that people are talking behind your back. Don't you know the whole family talks about you? They think you're losing it. Then another one saying things to you that they later deny having said. I didn't say that I take the deposit to the bank. What are you talking about? Thanks a lot for the insufficient funds fee we're going to get. Hiding objects for you and then denying knowing anything about it. You seriously can't find your sunglasses? You seriously can't find your sunglasses again? That's alarming. Insisting you were or were not at a certain place, even though you know it's true. You're crazy. You never went to show with me. I should know. Hey, Siova. Hey, Ariel. Yeah, yes, Siova. A lot of people don't know what gaslighting is, and to be like honest, I had heard about it like maybe like a year or two ago. I heard the term, but I didn't actually know what it meant until maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. Where I actually really looked it up. Hey, Shay. So so yeah, yeah, yeah. So like that's a good way of isolating somebody, and someone who I mean, even then identify hey, long neutron. And you can identify someone who might be narcissistic because I mean it's said like most likely narcissists are gaslighters, but it can I mean but it can but the person doesn't always have to be a narcissist, but definitely someone has some psychological and emotional problems because really what gaslighting is psychological and emotional abuse, plain and simple. So somebody who might be a narcissist. Look at what you said. That yeah, exactly. See over. I'm gonna light that up. Okay, then. Okay, I guess this. I guess I got it's the overlay. Okay, there it is. Yeah, yeah. They think gaslighting is when people are lying to you directly when that's not the case. Yeah, I mean, lying is part of it, but it's not the whole thing. You're correct. It's not the whole thing. I mean, they could, it could easily be it could easily be some, it could, I mean, it's just making you doubt your reality pretty much. But lying is a part of it. It's not exactly what it is. But yeah, you're right, Self. It's not just people lying. And people who has the narcissistic personality disorder, which like what psychologists have said about this, these are signs someone who projects a inflated sense of self importance. Person tends to exaggerate their achievements. People respond to criticism with anger, use others for personal gain, expect special consideration or special treatment, be highly critical of others, become envious and jealous easily. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like some you would actually, see with that. And I mean, of course, I think pretty much everybody's been gaslighted at one point in time. And I mean, you probably had that one person who was, probably lying, and you probably made everybody, somehow convinced everybody to think that you were doing this, that you're this type of person, in which you never were. But it's. I mean, I think gaslighting could work like that too. But usually, gaslighting is done by a person who you're really close to. It's never usually done by somebody you don't know. It's usually somebody who's close to you in some way. And I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, if it's done on a bigger scale, I'm pretty sure it's done on a big scale. Like, you've seen people, make up all kind of realities about certain people, and and it's crazy. And I mean, of course, you'll see in like an election. I mean, with the election come up, that's whole. You always gonna see gaslighting in some kind of way, because that's kind of like part of the program, because they got to make up all kind of stuff, but that's really more mudslinging than actual gaslighting. I think gaslight's part of it though. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I sent you. I put the link in there. So you wanted to share your experience? Yeah. Not gonna plan on having it too long today, but yeah, I mean, I've had people who, like, I say maybe like a year ago had, like, somebody who I thought was like real cool, was gaslighting, made me, start questioning the question stuff, and I'm thinking like, okay, it wasn't that serious, but apparently this person made it sound like it was more serious than it was. I'm like, okay. And I didn't realize that this person had gaslighted me until after they decided they wanted to, cut off all ties of talking to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what's and then once I found out, I was like really angry. But after I got angry, then I was like, oh, okay. I just kind of okay. I learned a lesson from that. It probably won't happen again. But it's I mean everything's a learning experience. And we got Miss Gigi on the panel. How you doing? Can you hear me? Oh yeah, you're muted.
I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, I'm doing well.
All right. They say you had some experience with gaslighting.
I tend to attract the gaslighters, and which is a bad boy mentality kind of thing, right? the bad boys, but that don't put their hands on you or don't speak down to you or whatever. But they do manipulative things, like they go out and they cheat and say they're busy, or they put a like. I remember I was looking one time for something and they had it like in front of, and they're like, it's in plain sight. It's in plain sight, and I'm looking all over the place for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they had my whatever I was looking for. They had it right there in plain sight, but I couldn't find it because they hypnotized me. Like I could not see it. They had to tell me it's in plain sight or hand it over to me. They wanted to test me to see if it was working, and I was like, "Oh crap!" Or the withholding the conversation, the silent treatment, which drives you crazy, because you're like, are you moving around me without talking, like for real?
I mean, it wouldn't really bother me because I could actually do that better. I'm like, oh, okay, you ain't talking, okay. You say you act like you're talking. I'll act like I don't see you.
Yeah, yeah, they act like I'm not in the room, and I'm like, what's going on right now? So then I go and I put on my own movie, and then they're making so I'm kind of comatose, right? So I'm going like I drift off into my own other place where I'm like, okay, they're in a bad mood. I'm making excuses for them that they didn't even make excuses for themselves.
Yeah.
And then they go around telling their families how bad I am.
Oh yeah. Now you got me thinking of something that happened to me. I remember I was younger. I think I stayed with my grandmother for a while, and I remember like maybe like the first year or two. I like for whatever reason I was like, one day I come because like I would go to like while I was staying there, like I would go to church with her on Sunday. Then when after we left, we would go to our auntie's out there. Like my dad's side of the family would go to my auntie's house, and we would all sit there and we would all go out there and hang and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And they
And
stare you down.
no, no, I mean, but it's like
Uh,
when I went over there, I remember like it'd be cool, and then I remember one day like everybody just I just feel like everybody was giving me a cold shoulder, and I'm like trying to figure out what
it's
happened,
going on. Yeah.
yeah, and then like I just find out like oh they were actually saying I found
Mm-hmm.
found out found out my grandma was actually telling people like I wasn't treating her right and all that, which was like totally untrue.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much with
A
that like
gaslighter. Yeah.
yeah 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 let me finish
Cause
yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah I was trying to finish yeah so like over time like like she would just kept constantly like blame me for stuff, and I was like and like turning the fan more and more against her, and I'm like thinking like and I remember one time like I was like getting ready to leave the house like and, like think about like if I had left like maybe a minute earlier there wouldn't be no house there. Like it was like pretty much I was getting ready to go, and then next thing I know I hear the fire alarm, I hear the alarm smoke detector go off,
Mm.
and and when I heard that like I was like what's going on? It was actually a fire. So like now the fire it was like fire, but like it was like one of those old stove. Like put the hot comb in, but it was like it had fell like those newspaper. It fell on top of the
Mm-hmm.
other cord. So not only was
Mm.
fire going, but it was sparks going. So I had to, try to put it out, and I couldn't get to the cord to unplug it. But like after that, I just like I managed to put it out. I waited till she came back and told her what happened, and then I think I remember like I went to church, and I think my cousins from Atlanta came down there, and I remember I was telling them about it because like matter of fact, before that, like I think by the end of the night, like we were headed to the store, and next thing you know, like she blamed me for burning for like almost burning the house down. Like I'm like, how?
Hmm. You were trying to
And
save the house, right?
yeah, yeah. So pretty much after that, like I was, after that, it was Sunday. Then family from my family from Atlanta came through. And I remember I was talking to my cousins, and I was telling them about it, and she was like, he was like telling me that, your granny told us that you the one that did that.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, I said, I'm not the one doing it. I'm the one that saved the house.
I'm
And
telling you.
yeah, and pretty much, this was going on, and this went on for like, like for a long time. Matter of fact, it's still going on, and I'm just like, look at these people, and I'm like, well, say, so y'all believe that pretty? I'm like thinking like the fact that y'all believe that
That's
so
that
quickly.
gaslighting. Yeah.
Uh, all
Hmm.
right, can I? I know you want to say something, G. I was like, kind of ruin my flow, but I mean, yeah, but yeah, like, yeah, but far as like say just the fact that you believed it that easily, they just gotta telling me like, oh well, you you really, I mean, you really easy food, and it's like if you're gonna believe anything, it's like I'd rather you not even try to apologize that after that, because it's like you fell for it so easy. So why would I trust that, your apology or anything you say to me? Because it's like somebody could do it again and you just gonna believe it. So that was my thing about it. And
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna bring Uncle Troy in there. You keep going.
No, I was gonna say there's gonna be a fool, right? There's gonna be a foolish person, and I've been a fool.
Yeah,
I've been fooled before,
yeah,
but I've also learned to nip it in the bud.
yeah,
When I see a little snot nosed little person trying to conversate or trying to do something, I'm like, nah, you don't got no education. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't done nothing. It's not even about that. But I'm looking at where are you taking this from? Because this is obviously scripted. You know what I'm saying? When these little kids come on there and they be like, da, 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 and they got a relative. And I'm like, what are you fighting for? You don't even know. You were like born yesterday. What do you know about yesterday? You know?
yeah,
You were born alive. You don't know about the struggles. So what are you talking about? So where do
yeah,
you have a place in this conversation? So they be gaslighting, trying to find information. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are little punks who were in jail, who were yep, jail be the main uh objective of scammers and mind manipulators. But yeah, with gaslighting, what I'm gonna say is with gaslighting, yes, they use your family against you. They use your own, like not your own well, not with mine, but they will distance you from your family. It is a form of abuse, because they will take control of money. They will but they won't touch you, like they won't cuss you out or whatever. They won't do anything. They want you to get angry at them so they can have an excuse to say, see, she's crazy,
yeah.
or he's
So
crazy. Yeah.
let me let bring Uncle Troy in there. She been waiting for a good minute. What are your thoughts? How you doing?
Hi, Zero. Hi, Miss DZ.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
yeah,
I was looking up some images to kind of find what was close to what I wanted to say, like, so it could be clear. So,
yeah,
like, one thing I found, it says, let me see. It says, okay, 15 signs you're a victim of gaslighting. One, you stop trusting in your own judgments because you're made to feel as though you're too sensitive or misguided. And then
Mhm.
two, You're afraid of speaking up or expressing how you feel, so you
Mhm.
stay silent. 3, you feel as though you're going crazy and like there's something fundamentally wrong with you.
Hmm.
4, you always second guess your ability
Whew.
remember remember details of situations, leaving you psychologically powerless. And then
Mm.
5, you feel the need to apologize all the time for what you do or who you are. And 6, you frequently feel confused and disoriented. And I have to like click for the to keep reading. So
Yeah. Girl, you know what? And I felt all kind of them senses sometimes when I was with somebody, and I still kind of feel like that sometimes. Even being on YouTube, some people try to use it on you, and it's like I'm past that, so I cuss them out up front because I
yeah,
want to nip it in the butt, right? But people go, "Oh, she's being erratic." I'm like, "Nah. What I'm doing is I'm stopping this nonsense. I don't want it no more. I don't want mind control
that
because
reminded me. No, go ahead, go ahead.
no, cause I for years was wandering around, just I don't know. I was doing things automatically, and it wasn't joyful. So when I started finding joy in my life, it was like annoyance to them, and they wanted to stop that. So they made it clear, "Oh, I'm gonna take the car," or "Yeah, you ain't gonna have no money."
Mhm.
They snatched things away from me. You know what I mean? It wasn't physical or uh, verbal abuse, but it was abuse in its sense, in the fact that they were making me look bad in front of everybody, making me late for my functions.
Yeah, that reminds me of like I think it's financial abuse.
Yeah.
They rob you of your economic. There's one thing that came up: robbing you of your economic power, oftentimes to keep you entrapped in a relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's part of psychological and emotional abuse. Like if you don't have the money, you feel even more need to you need that person even more, really.
Yeah,
So
and then they give you the just the bare benefits, and then they're like, "Well, here, you got everything you need right here." And I'm
Mhm.
like, "But I need more. What are you talking about? Like, I need to be more. But you got everything right here. I give you everything right here." Yep, girl. Oof. Oof.
There, okay, I found this one. It say 4 signs of financial abuse. It's a form of domestic violence. In many situations, financial instability is the leading factor of a domestic violence victim to stay in an unsafe environment. Number 1, sabotaging work or employment opportunities. Women in financially abusive relationships are often forced to take career paths they would not have chosen on their own. This keeps them from succeeding, eventually becoming financially stable and independent in their own right. 2, not allowing access to bank accounts. No personal
Hmm.
bank accounts, no debit card, no saving accounts, no checking account. All money comes from one source, the working partner. This puts the woman in the position of relying on her partner for her very existence, hand to mouth. 3, ruining the victim's credit. Financial abusers
Mm-hmm.
as ruining their victims' credit scores by taking out loans in their names. 4, manipulating federal benefits, refusing to pay bills and ruining your credit history and score, forcing you to turn over public benefits or threatening to turn you in for cheating or misusing benefits, filing false insurance claims.
Wow. And that's the thing I went through. I'm kind of still going through, where it's kind of like, wow. It's kind of like, wow. I see it, and I'm just running along with it because I know now what it is. So I'm just playing against the fact, I'm using it full front. So I do that tactic. I have to be now. I have to be militant about it, where I have to use a tactic where I have to be silent, and I have to be like gun ho, and I have to be like I'm doing my own thing, and I'm on my tablet, and I'm like doing my So now
Mhm.
it's like, oh, you got people you can meet and people you can see and stuff. I'm like, what? You gonna shut the internet off because you need it?
That's what happens to me. They'll just shut off the Wi-Fi,
They will, but I'm like,
turn off the lights, and it's like, can you please,
no.
turn
I'm
that back
waiting.
on?
I'm I'm waiting for the day that happens, because that's the day my butt is walking to court, and I'm gonna be like, give me it all. Give me my freedom.
I mean, that's where it's coming to for me. It's like that's why I wanted
Hmm.
to become a lawyer. All of this that I went through just from dealing with, like when we talk about like the person, it's always the person close to you. I felt like it's always your circle, but then I also feel like black people are close to you. I don't
Yeah.
feel like they're close to me. They don't realize that they're outsiders. My only insiders is my support group,
Yeah.
the ones that keep the laws off of me. And when I went, it was a blessing in disguise. See, what happened was they would, do all those things, gaslight, manipulate. You know how black people do each other. They
Hmm.
bleach and then try to make it like
They
it's you.
hype us. Yeah, that's what we call it. Hyping at us.
And so what
Hyping.
happened when I went through the process of, and then outsiders like, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to come against this person, and I didn't know why, and that's not really what I wanted to do, but I wanted to do what was right. So I went ahead and did that. Went through the whole process of becoming a victim. Went back because I ain't had nowhere to go. I didn't have. I would say I didn't have the knowledge to know that I had resources and funding available for me to go through that, and people were just keeping silent about how to even navigate to get to these resources and how to use to get out of these situations, and I
Right.
think economically they probably lack those resources anyways. And
Mm.
so going through that, going back to it, I was like, F this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand up for myself. I'm gonna speak up for myself because I already went through the system and nothing worked. So
Yep.
now, because it didn't make them stop, it'll never make them stop. And now I'm in a disposition where I've just endangered me and my child's life. And so
Okay.
I fought back.
Well, pay attention to
I
us.
wasn't, um, I didn't know I would be considered a perpetrator for fighting back. I didn't know when people fight you, you need to just not fight and just
Yeah.
run. You know what I'm saying? Just flee. So but it was a blessing in disguise because even when I got locked up, I was like, Lord, why am I being punished for finally sticking up for myself? I
Oh
bet he
my
put his
goodness.
hands on me again because now he know if you try something, this time I will hit back. They always thought I would never hit back. They always thought when they yell, I'm not gonna yell back. They always thought
Mm-hmm.
crazy stuff
Mm-hmm.
around me, I'm not gonna do nothing. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they still, and then so they got everybody thinking that, and so now everybody's on this ship of let's just do this, and she ain't gonna do nothing. And I tell them, look, I don't have to do nothing. I got motherfuckers waiting to put moves on all of y'all, and I'm giving y'all all a pass.
See, this is the kind of thing they don't think. They don't think that women actually are very logical. Even though we think with our hearts, we think with our brains. You need both to
Yeah.
live. You need to breathe, you need to think, and you need to freaking have a heartbeat. So, as much as we love, we can think about you that much. They don't even understand that. Like they think we're dumbasses, and then we're sitting there like, I'm looking at you. I know what you're doing. I'm silently looking. Yeah, you got through this jump hole, but guess what? Can you get through mine? Cuz I'm calculating about my my strategy on how I'm going to make you suffer as I did. because my heart is set on it. You get what I'm saying, baby? I'm be like sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna do you for a while, but I'm gonna do me too, and it's gonna break your heart every minute and every time. And you're gonna be like, baby, 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 come back to me, please. I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm all good about that. I ain't even thinking about you no more. Why are you thinking about me? You had me, and you didn't even cherish. You didn't even polish me. You know.
Like,
I'm just saying.
no, I completely understand like everything you saying, and like I keep thinking about always, looking at the bigger picture, and how it was a blessing in disguise for me, because now I have a support group of people. Now I know how to, you know, create my own support group, my own circle.
Hmm.
First it was I learned it that in retail on a business, but now I know the personal side. And it's if they ain't a professional, you ain't a PhD and nothing, you're not in my circle. If you can't teach nobody, you're not in my circle. You're not like you have to have something to bring to the table. And I'm not talking about money.
Exactly. Everybody thinks it's about money. It's not about money with us.
It's not, because you is when you have something to bring to the table,
Oh
when
my gosh.
when things go bad, I can call you up and, oh, I'm coming to get you in the child. What?
Hmm.
That I'm talking about a real support group where it's like, oh, it's a problem. We need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to pull up
Hmm.
to get you out of a situation like that so you don't have to be in it.
Hmm.
But so people treat it like, oh, this person ain't got nobody. Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Hello.
You don't know who
Yeah,
I am. Yeah.
that too. That too.
You don't know
Like
who I'm protected by. Exactly.
that too.
I
Because
got brothers.
you know, I got family. I got la familia. Through loyalty.
Exactly.
I don't have. See, you only know about my family. What I told them
Here.
to know about
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know
What I
about
tell them.
my family by blood, who I complained about, but you don't know about this big ass army of family
Exactly.
loyalty.
They don't know about
You
this.
don't you don't know you don't know the light ones that's working for me on many sides in every areas. That's why they mad.
That's why I'm never a victim. I'm like,
Thank
shit.
you.
They like they
Because
and
I
that's
learned.
because they told me you're not a victim.
Nope.
You're a survivor. And what
Yeah.
we're gonna do is we're gonna fuck them up and you're gonna watch this shit. I'm like, oh shit.
No, facts.
They're like,
Facts.
what did they do to you? I said they did this. And they're like, boom. I'm like, oh
Um,
no. But gaslighting, yeah, that's a form of abuse.
and can you
Yeah.
imagine how many people don't even know that what they're going through, they're still in the dark about it. They don't even know it's gaslighting, but they're still going through the signs of it and don't know the signs of it.
Yeah, going, he loves me. Yeah, she
Mhm.
loves me, or whatever, while they're doing their shit outside the door. But they don't expect you to do the same thing they're doing. Calling, what you call it? Oh, what's that beeping? Oh, yikes. Calling it, a hypocrite.
And then like when I say about a blessing in disguise, they think that when they get you in trouble, oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, ha ha, she went to jail, ha ha, she ain't got no money, ha ha, and oh yeah, she gonna go to, oh, we gonna take her son, we gonna get these checks, we gonna get this money, we gonna ha 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 ha.
You ain't gonna
You
get
know what I'm
nothing.
saying? When
Exactly.
they start doing that, they think they winning, but they didn't even know the loss was on your side.
Karma is a
That part.
bitch.
You didn't know the judge was actually helping me, but they label me a perpetrator, but you think I'm in trouble, but I'm not.
It's
I
karma.
get rewarded when I go to jail. You want to know why? Because they don't like these motherfuckers, anyways. They treat me
Mm-hmm.
like I'm wearing a motherfucking badge around here. They don't want to send me to jail, but we got to have motherfuckers that's willing to whoop
Mm-hmm.
ass out here and not just rely on the cops. Because guess what? When you don't fight back in front of your child, yes, it can affect them, but pray that they be safe. Get them out that situation, get them some therapy, and go back and teach. Create a real legit support professional. You see what I'm saying? And when I say
Yep.
professional, I mean you need a PhD and some shit. You need a
Look.
certificate. And 9 to 5 just ain't gonna cut it because you a liability and liable when times get hard to turn on people and when people need you they can't deal with you. You can't show up in court because you ain't credible. You
Okay,
can't do
so
nothing for me.
right, because zero and not the thing I'm gonna say is that I used to study forensic psychology in freaking college, but I dropped out because I was like, nah, that's too much. That's way too much. I don't want to know too much. You know?
No, I salute you because you still have the book, you still have the knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
I do, and then
You
but
still can go back and go further.
I do dumb it down for some people because I have to in a little bit because people cannot understand this shit that we're speaking about. Okay, because you're very knowledgeable too, but what I'm saying is that with psychology, it is what the term, and I have been hypnotized, and that's what not like gassing is. It's hypnotism. It's a form of hypnotism. It's where they show their charm, their charisma, and they make you they're passionate. So you're in love all over again every day, any day, and you'll do anything for them. But you're there to serve them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not it's not that they love you. No, I'm not gonna lie. They do love you. It's not that they don't love you. It's just they got a weird way of showing it. They just want to keep you to themselves. So that's kind of dangerous in a way,
Yeah,
where
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like it could be somebody who's insecure, you know, with
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
It's
Zero,
that
step
obsession.
in.
That obsession. They
Yeah,
say thin line is between what is it? A thin line
Like
between
between
love
love
and
and
hate.
hate.
It's
Yep.
still obsession,
yeah,
whether they love or hate you.
And
It's
I've
still
been and
obsession.
I've been on the spectrum too, where I've used my little feminine charm, or I've used my boo hoo hoo moments to get my way. I've done
Mhm.
that. I'm such a fool. Like sometimes I'd be like,
Mhm.
and then it's like, baby, 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 what's wrong? I'm like, cause I'm working with a manipulator, so I
Facts.
know how to manipulate that
Facts.
ass. I'll be like,
yeah,
and they'd be like, "What's
yeah,
wrong?" I'll be
yeah.
like, I need," and he'd be like, "What you
Facts.
need?" And they get no, they seriously get on there, and he's like, "What you need? What you need? What you need?" And then I need you to go to the store
Facts.
and get me this, and he'll
Facts.
do it.
The thing about it is, I remember hearing like other guys saying like, usually like it's more likely women that do it because it's like I think like they've been used to having to manipulate guys, or maybe they had to in order to get what they wanted, but it's not say like all women do it, but it's saying it's more likely to happen with women make gaslighting than men.
Hmm. I believe it because we do it all the time. We have to get our way,
Mhm.
to get past the egos of the men. Men have egos. That's the problem.
Well, everybody
Mhm.
has an ego.
Hmm?
Well,
Men
everybody has an
have
ego.
Well, women have egos too, but we got different egos. Y'all be having big ass egos. Y'all be
Yo,
like,
no, no,
y'all
some of
think
y'all
that
got some
y'all,
big issues. Nah,
Zero said,
y'all think, y'all think that.
nah, no. I mean, no, 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 no. The ego really show up when like women get rejected by a guy that they thought was beneath them. Like, oh, he said he don't want me. How dare he not like me? That,
How dare he though? How dare he?
but but it's
He
common
really,
like I mean, it's
he
common
really
compliment.
likes it.
Yeah, it's common for women not to be used to rejection because they're not using
Uh oh,
ones that are.
static.
Oh, okay,
Okay, it's better now. It's better.
okay, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It's back.
Maybe it's me. Hello? Can y'all hear me or can I not hear y'all?
I can hear you.
How about
Okay. Oh,
is that a clear?
better. Yes,
Okay,
much better.
okay. I say
Thank you.
usually, usually it's usually because usually women are not usually the ones that they usually especially like a dating, like usually they're not the ones. Women are not usually the ones that do the approaching, so it's like they get rejected by a guy, they don't most likely they don't know how to handle it because they're not used to getting rejected. Which like
Oh.
with a lot of guys, we gotta go out here, talk women, and we get rejected. I mean, sometimes women say to me horrible stuff. It'd be like, wow, like I say,
Damn. I've seen that. I've seen that. And I don't like when women do that kind of stuff.
it'd be
Certain
yeah,
women certain women need to put in their place for doing that. And that's not right.
yeah.
Mm.
It'd be like someone you go up there and talk to, but hey, how you doing? These numbers at you, like
Oh
okay.
no, no, no,
And then
no,
and
no.
and then and then we get upset about it, like, oh, he mad, or like, oh,
Not
so that.
even giving a guy a chance, knowing he might be a billionaire.
It ain't.
I'm
It's
just
nothing wrong
joking.
with.
I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
yeah. It's nothing wrong with like saying no, but it's like it gets to be an extra. It's the extraness that's like unnecessary. Okay,
Yeah.
you can say no.
No,
Like
thank you. Yeah, you could just say no, thank you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you say no, I think I can see like yeah, like guys like just being extra pushy. You're like telling him no, and you do it like okay, I can see it did. Okay, did. All right, he may deserve the extraness, but if guys just came there and just asked you, and you just went out like that, it's just
Zero.
like what
Yeah.
happened? Did it happen again?
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I've seen like one video like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how real it was or not, but I think I seen one video like where this girl like had dropped her money or something like that, and dude wasn't even hollering at her. He was trying to get back to her. Said no, she said no. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Don't talk to me. I have a boyfriend. Said no. I told you I had a boyfriend. So okay. And then and now I think they used the money or a phone. No, it was a phone. That's what it was. It was a phone, and he was trying to give it back to her, and she didn't. She didn't want to hear it because she thought he was trying to holler at her, which he wasn't. And and then I think when he uh when he was leaving, I mean, I think when he went and got remediated and then he left, and that's trying to lift her phone and everything like that, and then he was like, "Hey, here's your phone." Say, "Oh, you will take my phone like that? You such a creep and all that." And he's, "I tried to tell you, you didn't want to hear it." Nah, and like I was like, that was like all uncalled for, just doing that to him because it was like that was just too extra. Like he tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen. Now you and now you can't admit that you're wrong. So now you're gonna double down on disrespect and just say, "Oh well, it was still your fault." And I think I see one video. I think I believe this was fake. Like where then I said, girl drops money, spend on some gas and spend on use her money to buy some gas, something like that. They were like she dropped the purse, something like let her something like that, and then like he took he pumped his gas. Then like he was leaving. He was like, yeah. He was like, and the girl said, hey, you. So you see my bag? So I think you got my bag. And he just like drove. Said, he said, I don't talk to you or something like that. And then he was driving off, and like she tried to chase him, and he got away. And he was telling his friends like, yeah, here's some money. Here's some money. Yeah, put it in your pocket, man. He took some money out the purse and all that. I mean, I don't think that was real, but it was kind of funny though. But I'm pretty sure like that's happened somewhere.
Well, that's another form of it's scammers. Gaslighting is scammers. It's like those Nigerians who be like saying, "Oh, give me some money, cause
Well, I'll tell you what.
yeah."
I don't think it's necessarily gaslight. That just manipulation. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well,
I mean,
gaslighting is manipulation
un,
without a
un, un,
direct
un,
abuse.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes my question reality. Like, scammers rarely do that.
Well, that's a gaslighter.
But but scammers rarely make you question your reality. I mean, they just pretty much straight out lie to you.
They'll
They're not.
deny. They'll
Well,
deny.
it depends on whom and how big is the lie. See, if you're living with a gaslighter, it's subtle, right? They
Well, I
promise
mean,
you every. They
well, I
promise
mean,
they. Hmm?
I mean, with the gaslight, it's like it's doing over time. Like it's just if they just lying to you, and then after you do lie to you, you don't see them again. That's not really gaslight. They just lie to you.
Well,
They just
because they
finesse
know
you.
you're
That's
gonna
it.
be there. Yeah, they know you're gonna stay there, and that's the thing. They promise you things that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but yeah. But user scammers, they dupe you, and then they go on to the next one. They don't generally come
Okay,
back
that's the
to the.
difference. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
difference. But
yeah.
with gaslighters, they probably go and promise somebody else something else.
Yeah,
That's when you
but
get the
they
confrontation with another third party where you're
yeah.
like, "Who is
But
this chick and
yeah,
why is she coming
but
over to my house?"
but the thing about it is the gaslighter is still in still with still in there. He's still that person's still in there, so they haven't just like lied to you and then just you never seen them again. That but they're there and they probably brought somebody else into it, but they're still around. That's that was what that was the point I was trying to make. They're still
Oh,
around.
they still around. That's the point. You right
Yeah.
about that because they still around. That's the one
That
thing
wanted
they
to keep.
make.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
You know how like.
what was saying? What were you
Go
saying?
ahead, nah.
Oh, you know how like because we've experienced it, but like you said, we all had this in common. We like nipped it in the bud, and that's what happened. That's when that's when it begins. Like that's when it really begins. It's right when you cut it off. And what I learned, like in my I think it was my co-parenting class, was what happens with like a separation, divorce, or co-parenting, or anything like that, or even the business side of things. They once you cut them off, there's they have no you cut them off. You know what I'm
And they
saying?
miss you. Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
they know that no matter how positive they try to be with you, you have already cut them off. So they have to they need some type of to stay connected to you. They need some type of to engage with you. The only way they can engage with you now,
It's
because you cut
spying.
them off,
Mm-hmm.
is the negativity. Is to
Mm-hmm.
cause an argument because it's over. So now it's the negativity is the only way they can
Holy
engage with you.
shit.
So now, if you have a child, they use that child to manipulate. Oh, you got to
Mm.
drop off the child here. You need this. It took another person to create the child for you to even leave to, go better yourself, grow. Because what they do is they stop you from growing. See, somebody let them grow, but they going to make sure they don't let you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You see what
And
I'm
when
saying?
Yeah.
when they see you growing, they get jealous. They get upset when they see you coming up. They're
Hmm.
like, that should have been mine.
Yeah.
It's
And so
like it's
they
mine, mine, mine,
walk
mine,
around
mine.
they walk around it like it's theirs.
It's
And I say,
theirs.
but where I put my feet and I take my shoes off, this is my couth. this is the kingdom down
That
here,
is
as above, so below.
that's narcissistic.
I claim who I am. Where
Okay,
I walk, this is holy ground, and they walk around here treating you like you're not the princess of the Most High.
okay. Can I say that narcissistics are gaslighters?
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like I say, yeah, most likely a narcissist would be a gaslighter, but doesn't mean that all gaslighters are narcissists.
Mm.
Okay.
It's a good possibility that that person's a narcissist.
Yeah. Well, they got similarities for real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they'll show symptoms similar to it, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah,
I wanted to read this. It says, it's like it's from the National Center on Domestic and Sexual Violence. I didn't. It only shows like a part of it, but it says
Oh
like
yeah.
to make financial decisions without consulting
You
their
have to
partner.
have sex with them. Yes.
Yeah. They'll overuse credit cards and refuse to pay bills, force their partner to file fraudulent tax claims or documents, prevent their
Mhm.
partner from owning or using credit cards, har-
Mhm.
harass their partner at his or her workplace. And
Mhm.
it sucks when you have a at home workplace, but let me keep going. Report that at home business, report that their partner cheats on public benefits, so those benefits are cut, force their partner to sign over assets and power of attorney.
So they're making sure you stay with them. It's you.
Exactly.
It's basically, if I can't have you, nobody can.
Right.
That mentality.
And then they'll, and like, the crazy thing is these people are not like some guys. When you have to, you have to move on, because people are like, why do they move on and try again? Why they move on and have another family? You have to move on. You can't stay in toxic. It kills you. It kills you. You see, so you have to move on. So what I was going to say, like,
Mm.
I
It's
lost my
okay.
I done lost my
It's
thought.
okay. I do that all the time, girl. I'm old enough to be brain farted too.
Oh, the victim thing. It came back to me. The victim thing. They say, like, once you move on, the guy, or even if you're still in it, they go
Mhm.
looking for a new victim. But the
Mhm.
victim, if you're the victim, or you put yourselves in the shoes of the victim, they don't think that that person is looking for a victim. They'll come bring their new victim and be like, "Oh, this is my new girlfriend," and it's like, "No, this is your new victim. You
Well,
found
they
your
or
new
they hide it. They hide it from you, but they know clearly you're the one they want for real. Like the other one, they can throw away.
is a
But
disposal."
then, but to you, it's like I can throw you away, but I really want to keep you there.
Mhm.
For some reason, I want to keep you here.
Because
But the other ones I can throw away.
right,
It's
because
like
they don't have no light. They already dead. The walking dead. You see what I'm saying? So
that's the
you're
thing.
you're the
I
one that's the
my
light.
energy, yeah, my
They
energy.
have to feed off of your soul. So they dim it down to feed off you. That's why they keep you around. So that's what a parasite do. That's the parasitic entity. You know,
Yes, and I'm
and
all into that stuff. And I'm
Mhm.
girl. I know because when I'm in my moody mood, when I'm not having it and I'm giving the evil eye, because my face don't lie.
Oh,
All of a sudden, everything's clean. Because I'm packing bags. They're like, "Where you going?"
hi,
I'm
honey.
like, "Out of town." I've run away from home like many a times. Believe me. And every time I run away from home, it's like, "Nah, come back home, baby." I'm like, mm.
Someone told me, because someone told me, well, it was like a YouTuber, and they had said something like, you know how like when people be talking about somebody and like they business online on YouTube and they do those
Mhm.
beefs, he said something to a point where like when you say it, like you know how you own it and you just tell them about your own business and like I just you say it, you know, and it's like then they can't say it. What more can they say about you when you say like, yeah, this is what it
What
is.
happened? It
Right.
is.
Now you he said because they can't say nothing no more because you took away their power. And that's and a lot of people don't know that be in them situations, it's a power and control thing. Like when
Mm.
somebody is more than a 10-year age difference, and I
Mhm.
learned this in a domestic violence class I took in Job Corps. It was like an embrace program, but they were telling us a little bit about domestic violence, about this will of control or something. If it's like 10 years, that's you have to look at that sometimes. That's so they can control you.
Yeah, they want to be the
Big
parent.
red flag. And then like dang, I forgot again.
Yeah.
I
No,
forgot what
Well,
was
well,
you had it right.
while you're
You
remembering
had
that,
it right.
yeah, why y'all remember that, yeah, like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna give a few more minutes because I'm gonna be shut down real soon. So, you know,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just a few minutes. So,
Dang
okay.
it. Why so soon?
cause I gotta go to work in the
Oh,
morning,
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's very true.
I don't want to keep it too long anyway. But yeah, like, but you know, like, I mean, y'all keep talking. I'm just saying, like, we got a few more minutes left. That's
Okay. So like,
Okay.
you know, when you say what it is, you know, it's like you took the power back away from them. And like with me, I'm honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Same
if
with me.
like they try to use they think they got something on me. And try to like the situation here
Where exactly?
when they did with the third party came, it was like, oh, the third party told me I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, so
Mm.
why you ain't wrote me up for fraud?
Yeah, they try to do that shit. A lot of
But,
times they're like,
but
"Oh,
they
I
don't
got."
know that I've already called the DCFS hotline on me and had the social worker come, and I still have that social worker's card, and she already
Mm.
knows where I was at. You see,
Damn.
and guess
Yeah.
what? The social workers that they hire, and they don't know
Mm.
what kind of connects I got, but this has was in the same exact situation I am in now.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And that's
yeah,
what happened. So I'm not afraid of anything for doing what's right. You see what I'm saying? You can't use nothing against me. You can't make me fear. You can't threaten me. Oh, I don't care.
yeah. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind
Child,
of
my
like,
child has a roof over their head. They're warm. There's running water. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a mother with the little bit that I have, and I take accountability. I don't blame nobody else for the poor decisions I made, but I'm not gonna fear a damn thing, and I don't fear nobody. I don't fear going back to jail, but at least if I go back to jail this time, it'll be because I was doing what was right.
yes, like I had mentioned, before, probably, I probably mentioned a few times in streams, like, you know, like when I had gotten like 18, I had to make a choice, like, whether or not, okay, am I going to be scared for the rest of my life, or am I going to, you know, face it and you know, take face it head on and really and really, you know, figure out what scared me and how to defeat it. You know, choosing not to be afraid anymore. You know,
I'm not
try to,
afraid.
you know, yeah. I was saying for me,
Yes,
uh, I was saying, like, at the time, like, you know, choosing it for me. You know, I had to make that choice, because if I didn't, you know, it's just like, you know, I'll be kind of there, like, you. I couldn't, you know, I refuse to be afraid my whole life. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to face this head on, and you know, not and you know, pretty much, you know, take the power in my own hands. Cause I don't, you know, I don't want to be helpless to anyone or anything. So that's kind of my position too. Like taking back your power. Okay, Jesse.
Hey, hey,
Welcome back.
sorry. My tablet went out of juice. I was all like, "Whoa, it snuck up on me." I was like, I didn't wasn't even paying attention. It just
All
went
right,
blank. Mhm. What
all
happened?
right, all right. So I'll let you. Yeah, I'm gonna do last words. So I'm gonna let you go first, Gigi, and then Lanak Neutral, and
Oh,
then
last words. Okay.
yeah, about
Thank you
this.
for inviting me in night. What do you call it? Like gassing is such a thing. It's a
Gaslighting.
real thing. Gaslighting.
Yeah.
See, already got me. Gaslighting is such a thing. I know because hypnotizing is a thing. Also, I'm known to hypnotize chickens, and
You know,
some.
yeah,
Yeah,
this thing about hypnotizing is just really, it's really just suggesting something. So like,
it's
you have to,
hypnotizing.
but the thing about hypnotizing is it's suggestion. So like, you have to be open to it in order for it to work. If you're not, then it's just it's personal,
The
just
more,
gonna
the
ignore it.
more, the more the person resists, the more they're gonna consume to it.
No, 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 no. It's not about resisting. It's just being open to it. If you're not open to it, it's just not gonna work.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
tell you. The
let me explain. Like, with hypnotism, like they have to put you in a certain mindset for you to be open to it. Like, I mean, if you know what's coming, it ain't gonna work if you
the
know it's
most
what they're
skeptics
doing
are the
to 'em.
ones who are actually the most ready to fall asleep on and get hypnotized.
But
Like it's like
they were in the mindset of doing it. They probably didn't fully understand what it was. So they were open to it. They were open to it and not realizing it's like the best way to really put somebody who hypnotize somebody is somebody who doesn't realize they're being hypnotized. If you know it's coming, it's kind of like you're prepared. You got your fences up, so you already know
You
what's
have your
coming.
tools. You know how to protect yourself and protect your light and
well,
your
if you know,
chakra.
if
Yeah,
you know, but if
yeah,
they're doing it under
yeah,
disguise,
yeah,
it's
that,
kind of
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's a
saying.
different way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
I mean,
different
yeah,
way. You don't know that. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like I'm going to say it's kind of
yeah.
like hypnotism.
Mhm.
It's slowly but surely. It's kind of like practice.
Yes.
It's like the law of attraction that they try to throw at us, where they like, oh well, don't call her for like for a month and see what happens. I'm
I
gonna
think.
leave you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, yeah. I think most people that talk about law of attraction don't really know what it is.
They really don't know. They playing with the devil
No, I
Mhm.
mean, law of attraction is a universal law, but it's like more to it than
to
people,
it.
saying what it is. Like, people, they'll say, "Oh, well, you just think positive, and everything gonna come to you."
They don't
That's
know
not.
that it's magic. It's
Well,
magic,
well,
and you
think
gotta
that
be careful with magic,
well, can I? Yeah,
cause
but the thing about magic just exchanging energy. It ain't nothing mystical, nothing like that. It's just changing
yeah, but
energy. Like
karmic is a fuck. Excuse my
karma,
language.
karma is just action and reaction. That's
Mm.
really what karma is. Reaction, reaction. That's all it is. It's just different name for that. But far as law of attraction, like people say like, oh yeah, just think positive and everything is gonna just
No, it ain't
make
gonna
things.
go all right.
Can I? Let me finish. But as far as like say, oh yeah, it's going everything positive and everything. It just magically come to it. No, you have to put in the work. Like you can be in the right mindset to make things come to you, but you have to put in the work. You can't just just think about it and then expect everything to just come to you. It just don't work like that. The universe don't work like that. Life doesn't work like that.
You can use it's and then you go into like alchemy. That's what I'm kind of.
But I mean, even alchemy, you have to do something.
Yeah,
You,
that's what I'm saying. I'm actually like backing up like what you saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm just trying to reflect it. Like from what I'm hearing, it's like that's how I that's how I, it resonates with me what you said, because it's like going through what from when Miss Gigi said and then you said, it's like I've gone through these thoughts, these forms of thoughts, and I got to like where it was like now even just having this discussion has helped me. Like, thank you. And like it's like I know even with all of like the gaslighting and all of
yeah,
the slacking that they do, it's like now I turn to my alchemy and how do I use this for my rise? Because I'm going to redeem myself again. I will be redeemed again. I will do the work. I will step up. I'm not gonna when the resistance come. I can't just sit back and start slacking. Just because all of this is this noise or this illusion or whatever, I have to still do what I'm doing and go in more harder.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I can't stay down. One a woman, she said, falling down I think it's like falling down is I forgot. It's like falling down is how you I forgot. Falling down is how you grow. Staying down is how you die. Rising from my downfalls, this right here is how you fly. It's
Hmm.
by Lola Monroe said that in her song called Fly Away. Feel like a bird with no wings, but my dream is so clear. Even if you're far away, just know that someday you'll be near. When I get my wings, we gonna get the F up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. You were giving your last words. I was,
Yeah, oh
we
yeah,
went to
yeah.
whole
Oh,
we
it's
went to a
so
whole
good.
tangent. We went to a whole tangent.
Well, we all did. We all
Yeah,
did.
we
But
did, we did.
I'm just gonna say good night to everybody. Thank you for having me.
Good night, yeah.
Yeah,
And not get in contact with me. I sent you a message. I would really like to speak to you more. I find you intriguing,
Likewise.
and yes, because we like minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Iron
kind of
sharpens
like,
iron.
whoa, we're
yeah.
we're above. We're on level 5, and they're on level 6.
Stay on level -5.
Okay, I'm like, I was gonna say the same thing. Level 3, the third grade
They're not even on
degrees.
level 0. 0 is higher than the negative.
Okay. I'd be like, what the heck is happening right now? And I thought this was all a joke when I first got on. I
Mm-mm.
told Zero this. I said, Zero, I think this is all a joke. He like, this they ain't joking. I'm like, oh no.
What,
I'm
what,
in
what
the
you talking about?
wilderness. About these people out here being crazy.
Oh
They
yeah.
like on super mode like crunk juice.
Oh yeah, yeah. As far as the craziness, I'm seeing, the world's gone crazy right now with,
Exactly. Everybody
where,
is on zombie mode. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say, but
well, people always been on zombie mode, but it's just been being worse. Like when you see the show Walking Dead, I just look at it like, yeah, that's kind of
that
like
looks kind of normal. That's
that's the
normal.
the world at large. Most of them are like the
Yeah,
Walking Dead.
that's the new normal. All
No, I
right,
mean,
that's
no,
all
no,
I gotta
no.
say is
We're not.
is
It's not new normal. That's always been the norm.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just want to say thank you for having me over,
Oh yeah.
and anytime you want me to come over, I will try to come over. I will try. Like I
Yeah. I
try
know.
not to make many promises because of certain
Yeah.
issues. All
I
right,
understand.
you understand. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're waiting for Uncle Charlie to come back. There you go.
I heard y'all. So yeah.
Yeah. I
My
know. Yeah.
girl.
I know Dev with her when I try to ask her to do
He's
stuff,
so
she be
cute.
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it," and then you just disappear for like months, and you be don't say,
Yeah. Hermit, you got to go into you got to
You
pause.
gotta, yeah, you gotta pause.
You got to stop everything and just, and they be like, oh, you need to do
Breathe.
this. You need to do this. No, my coach is a real alchemist. Like, I'm taking advice from the elders. No, you have, sometimes situation get bad. You have to pause and stop and be the hermit.
Hmm.
You got to stop all
Rethink
action
everything.
and
Yeah.
don't move forward. So I got my home study course. I'll be studying there till I get back my membership back. I got to pay for that. I got to pay other money back, but I have to
Oof.
keep the kingdom first. So it's like I might have to pay you a little bit less this time because nobody want to help me, you know,
Help her.
and
Help her. Help
help
me
me
too.
help them. I
Yeah.
benefit what I'm investing in could help so
So
many
many
more.
others. Yep.
So
They
I'm
don't
actually
even know.
an initiate to be a high priestess. I want to step up to my power. I don't want to be a parasite. I don't want to be a leech, So
There you go.
I got to pay
Yeah.
everybody all my debts back. That's where I'm at with this.
I love you for
"Oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
But
yeah." You you just gave me another topic I can talk about another day.
Yeah. Great to contribute.
you
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
but long short, did your birthday just pass, or was that like earlier
oh,
this
it
Oh,
year?
was
happy birthday.
no, it was in May. I was
Oh,
born in the spring. Yeah.
what's your sign?
Oh, I'm a
Gemini.
Gemini, and like it's
Oh
borderline.
shit!
Yeah,
How did I
I know.
know? How
Yeah,
did
yeah,
I
I know.
know?
And then like on some, but I'm like
I
I'm
do
not.
tarot readings
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm
Cause
not like all
I'm
this.
trying
There's a separation of Gemini's. Like I'm closer to like Taurus. I'm on a like if I would have been
Well,
a,
the females are different. Yeah.
but like in the
to,
tarot, the
so
Gemini's.
so did I celebrate your birthday this year, or was that last year?
I don't even. That was
After a while, we don't remember. We like,
you don't even remember. I
yeah.
remember.
After a while, we like after my
He said
birthday.
I
They
was
be like, how old are you? I'm
that
like, I don't
was
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. So this year, right?
yeah, that was this year.
Okay,
But
Cause
that's
people
what
be, cause people be
we
like,
had the
how
interview. Yeah, we had the
people
interview.
be like,
Yeah,
how old
that's
are
what
you?
I
I'm
thought.
like, something close to 40. I
yeah,
don't know
it
no
just
more. I stopped
really
counting.
they don't
Cause
ask
they're
me.
like, oh
Not even
no,
think
you look like you like 20. I'm like, good. Then I'm 20. Then
really.
card me. I don't care. Keep card. Cause every now it's a congratulations when you card me. Before it was a disrespect, but now I'm like, yeah, thank you.
But longer drive. When we had the interview, you had like glass of wine in hand, and you were a little extra happy that day. So I mean,
Me and I,
you
we okay.
can't.
We're gonna do a chat together where we're gonna be in lingerie and drinking wine. Doing a late
Now,
night special.
Hey, you already know I'm gonna be there front row.
Oh,
zero.
I
Hey,
knew
hey,
it.
I mean, shoot.
Super freak, super freak. We super freaking.
Why would I not come to that?
Yeah, get it from a mama. No.
Why would I not come to that?
Oh, Lord. Me too. Look,
Zero
gulp.
started it. He started it.
He
I didn't.
did started it.
I didn't start that. You the one that suggested it. I didn't bring it
Mm,
up. I just
I
said I was
said
gonna be
it.
there.
I
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
just
just
said
said
what
I was
was
gonna
on
see?
your
be.
mind.
I just said I was
See?
gonna be there.
My reader. My reader. You was thinking it. You said it.
Yeah, you was thinking it. I started it.
Yeah, you said it, and I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Hey,
I
yeah,
did.
yeah. You know what? Everybody's gonna show up then.
Right. everybody dance here, and in this circle. So
They're gonna be like,
damn it.
what's going on over
I would
there?
say, I would say if I do after, I'd probably do it on another channel or something like that.
We bad.
One moment, y'all.
Look at us. Look at us. Okay. Nah, we need to get together for real. I just subscribed to you and everything, I think. And we gotta get together. You gotta email me or something. Zero, make it happen.
Make what happen?
Me and Shia, or uh,
Make what happen?
us getting together and having a good prime time because she's cool friends. She's good people.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, bring us together. Or I don't know if it's up to her. All
Yes,
right,
man.
so I guess this is the good night.
I guess I was waiting for her to come back so that she can
All right.
say her last words.
She had to take a quick break. She's like, let me look her up
Yeah,
real
my
quick.
son just woke up, so I had to get the taquitos out the freezer. I'm about to put some taquitos in it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was a pleasure talking with y'all, and thank you for this. I really needed to just take my power back. This really was edifying. So I'll speak to y'all soon. I appreciate and love
I'm
y'all.
glad.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad.
yeah, 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 yeah. Can you do a little better job at like answering answering the messages when I ask you something? 'Cause I don't ask much.
I'm gonna do what Miss Gigi said. I ain't making no promises, but I'm gonna work on being consistent. I'll be AWOL, hermit mode. But yeah, I'm a make it more priority, the DMs. Most definitely.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
yes,
And you said you're an aqua?
Hmm?
You're an aqua?
Oh no, Aqua? Like Aquarius?
No, yeah.
No, I'm
What
a
sign are you?
Gemini. I'm
Gemini.
close to
Oh,
the
that's right.
yeah,
That's right. You're an air
like
sign.
borderline.
Yeah, Gemini. Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
borderline Taurus on other
Ooh, that's
astrology
that's why
So what
that's why
what what
I
what day what day was your birthday? So I can
May 22nd. So I think
20.
Gemini start from May 21st
I'm a
and then
Cancer.
down to June. And I think
Okay.
May 21st and before is the Taurus.
That's why we get along. I
Okay.
attract a lot of air sign. I'm a Cancer. I'm July 17th.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Your birthday was
For
like
some
last month.
reason, they just attract. They're like, man, calm waters and shit. And then I'll be like stormy. I'll be like, "Rrrr."
See? And I'm like the warrior princess Xena. Like Gemini's, I feel like Gemini,
You're like,
this is what I'm saying, like Gemini's coming to people's lives. We the ones to call when y'all need us to pull up for you. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, I
well,
know
well, I
that
mean,
right. I
It's
know
I
that's
true.
mean, y'all
right.
just split personalities here.
I'm saying if you had a whole army or something, you would have to put Gemini's would be in the front line.
And
Ground
cancer and
zero.
cancers be the one to knock on the door, like knock, 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 open up, because we're sweet. We're like, it's me.
Well, I guess
While we
with
got
Libra,
the art, while we got
Gemini
the
is
army in
coming
the
while
back.
you in the front door knocking and distracted. Gemini
Yeah,
is
yeah.
other fucking shit. We
but
distract. I'm about to go through one of these windows.
but you know with the Libras, we kind of like the like
Libra?
that.
Libra.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah, yeah. You remember
Lib-
you remember you remember,
You already know why.
Libras be on to
but
some
but
extra.
dang,
He's like,
but you
enough.
remember. Dang, I didn't get to finish.
Go ahead.
But all right, I was trying to ask
She's
Veronica.
listening.
You remember when we were on the first stream together when you first came up on online. That was I think that was like near my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, like we got Chef in here real quick.
Hi.
What are your thoughts, Chef? Hey,
What's
Chef.
your first off? You gotta say what your sign is.
Don't be,
Well, the
don't be making demands on my channel. G.
well, the funny thing is, I don't know my sign necessarily because I don't really follow the signs. But
Uh.
I did want to say that you will find every sign where in prison.
No, cancers are serial killers, and I'm a cancer.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer also. I just found out from a stream recently. Somebody asked me when my birthday
Yeah,
was,
but
and I was like, I don't really think
we
about it.
kill for our family because we kill for substance, and we kill for justice. Like that's why we love Libras.
But you know the Libras we're kind of like Avatar that the airbender we can take all the signs we can use all the signs.
But you
We're
guys
the,
know what's fair and what's not fair, and then it's like,
yeah, that's because we're the balance. We're the balance
yeah.
of
So you be like, okay, she had every right to do that shit, and I'm be like, ah, damn right I did. And we're super honest as cancers.
you know, like Libras have the scales, so like scales of justice. So
Okay, what's up with the Ted Bear? I'm just joking with you. You know that, right? I'm sorry.
Oh, the teddy bear. That's just my logo on social media, on every platform. Yeah,
Oh.
it's the least threatening object you can actually hold in your hand.
I don't know about Ted Bear.
Yeah.
Ted Bear is angry.
Well, it is actually Ted from
Yeah.
the movie Ted. Yeah.
Yeah. He's vulgar,
Yeah.
but he's my best friend. What's you
you
got
know,
to say, babe? Hello. Are you there?
I'm here, but it's like breaking up a
Chef?
little bit. Hello.
Chef? What do you make?
I make a lot of things,
Hmm. I'm gonna follow you.
but I'm a pit master by trade.
What? What
Yeah.
does that mean?
I procure and prepare premium meats, and I've been
Hmm.
fortunate enough to do it all throughout the world, and it's been fun.
Hmm.
It's been my passion, my career for the last 15 years or so.
Can I take photographs of that? Because I'm a photographer.
Oh, I'm an amateur photographer and film editor and cinematographer as well.
Oh, nice.
Well, what happened
Okay.
was I went to film school, graduated, and I couldn't afford to be an intern in New York or California for 2 years. So I started working in restaurants, like many
Mm.
actors, and
Yeah.
you know, theater driven people. They tend to do that, and I ended up sticking with it. So while working in New York, I made a lot of cool connections with a lot of chefs, and then I got on the radar in London. And before I knew it, I was going out to London to operate
Okay.
some pretty cool restaurants. And then while in London, I found some
Nice.
investors to open my own restaurant in Dubai. And then thanks to COVID, that's all over for me. And I just moved back to America in July.
Hmm.
Does my
This
sign have
sounds.
anything?
That's an amazing story. You should like. All right, I gotta follow you so I can figure out.
Does my
How
sign tell that tale?
you're ambitious. Yeah, that's a telltale sign. Yes.
So I roll the dice.
You go with the flow. You kind of go with what you know when you go for the goods.
Would you like to examine some extreme irony?
What?
Do you know where I moved to in July?
Let me see. Where did you move to in July?
Las Vegas. to literally
I
roll
was
the
gonna say
dice.
California, but you said Vegas.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I'm close. From where? From New Jersey or something?
from Dubai.
Dubai? Dubai? The Dubai?
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
wouldn't take no flights to Dubai when I was a flight attendant.
That's unfortunate. You could have had
No,
some
no,
really
no, no, no,
cool.
no, no, no. I did not want to take a flight to Dubai because I heard some horror stories about women in Dubai, and I was like, no, I'm not
I
gonna.
could tell you some
So,
horror stories about women in Miami.
well, yeah, I lived in Florida. I knew about horror stories down there, and I moved out there quick. I was all like, nope, I'm not coming up missing. What the heck? What's going on over here? Like, who are these people?
I don't know. I think people watch too much TV. I lived there
Well,
for
people
three
are
years.
strange.
I
People
lived there
are.
for 3 years, and it was pretty good. My son got an awesome education. He learned three
Okay,
languages.
now we gotta link up. What is your damn thing so I can look you up so I can freaking think. Ugh, I can't even do it no more. Like YouTube is knocking me out the freaking ballpark. Like I'm getting too old for this. Trying to figure out how YouTube works.
Well,
I
YouTube's
need
going out of its
links.
way to. YouTube's definitely going out of its way to disconnect people. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they're trying to really keep us from being next to each other. I mean, I'd be like, no, I want to be next to you. What the heck? Cause it's like half the time I'm like, I can't even function. Like, cause I don't watch TV any like at all. Really, to tell you the truth, I don't watch TV at all.
Yeah, I haven't watched TV in 6 years.
So
So
when I
it's
watch
been very
TV,
rewarding.
it's usually the streaming kind because I don't like commercials. And then, yeah, I'm just more like I want to get into the story and I want it, and I'll even pay to knock off the commercials. I'm like, knock the commercials off. I don't like the commercials because the commercials are propaganda to me.
Well, yeah, of course they'd be propaganda. They want you to buy what they selling.
Yeah, which is a form of freaking light gas or gaslighting.
Well, you can't escape Google.
Well, that's a form of it too, because it used to be the encyclopedia guy used to come to your house and try to sell you encyclopedias. Now you gotta just Google. Now you don't have a whole, information library in your house or books in your house. You just got Google.
Well, check this out. Um, Vacuum cleaners.
Uh huh. It replaced brooms. No, we still use brooms.
How do you feel about vacuum cleaners?
It's annoying. It's loud. It's noisy, but it does the job.
Now, guess what? Vacuum
Mm-hmm.
cleaners. Now, I've said vacuum cleaners 3 times.
Yep.
I promise you, you are only going to see ads for vacuum cleaners in all of your browsing,
Probably. And you know what? I'm looking for a vacuum cleaner.
and it's
And
it's
so
just
I'm
Google.
we,
You're
and
on the
that's
platform, and they're just
we,
listening and recording, and
yeah, we don't need
they're going to
them
push for you.
putting in. Yeah, we're not gonna need any vacuum cleaners pushed down here. So yeah, let's not have it keep getting pushed.
I'm done. I'm done. But it's scary. That's the reality of it.
they do. They know exactly what you want. They know
Well, I mean,
exactly what you need.
think about it. They got like a whole AI like just listening in on everything because like the way they're getting information is not it's not humanly possible to record each and every single person.
Well, no, it's not. That's when you know it's perfect timing. The perfect timing is when nobody is paying attention.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying, like AI is listening to everybody. That's what I'm saying.
Of
It's not humanly
course.
possible for that to happen. So that's why they they use
Yeah.
AI to listen to everybody, and of course algorithms done by that. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Google had contracts with the government. I would not be surprised
I
because
wouldn't be
because
surprised either.
because Google is too linked in with everything. Like they got to set up in a way like where you have to give
I'm
your actual personal information to for
I
everything. So it's connected almost everywhere.
mhm. Mhm. And
It's
I'm
not that.
going to say that they've got people so paranoid. People are paranoid to the
Yeah,
point that they're turning against each other.
I don't think I don't think people are really
You don't
that
think so?
paranoid.
Have you seen
Nah,
have you seen what's going on? They've
yes.
got people paranoid
Well,
to
they
the
got people.
point.
I mean, they got people. They may have people scared,
No,
but I mean,
no, 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 no. This is why I retract from the dysfunction sometimes, where I retract from the things, because I see people acting paranoid, where they think you're speaking about them and you're not, or you they think they're listening to things and they're not. And I'm like, dude, go chill. Like, stop. Take a vacation. Like, take a
well, I
break.
mean,
Take a
well, that's
weekend.
that's always been happening.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is they get kind of schizo.
The
I mean, I
uh,
mean,
the Mandela effect kind of falls on that spectrum.
Oh,
well, I mean, well, I mean,
I
well, I
believe in the
mean, yeah,
Mandela
yeah,
effect.
yeah,
Stop
yeah.
it. Stop it. Don't talk about the
Yeah.
Mandela effect because I believe in it for real. Stop it.
Well, I mean, let me finish. I mean, the thing about Mandela effect is like, yeah, there's, I mean, there's cases where it's actually true, and then there's probably some that probably is just made up. It's just kind of like knowing which one is which. But as far as like how it got started with Mandela died in the '80s, I did remember
He
one time.
did. I remember he died back then.
Okay, okay, let me finish. But I remember I had heard that. I remember hearing that in history that he actually died, and then I think maybe uh sometime few years ago I hear that he was alive, not only alive, but he was president of South Africa, and I was like, I thought he died, and then find out later on that like there was like over like 500 million people that actually remember this happening, which is why it's called Mandela effect. I was like, yeah, I remember that because I remember hearing that in history class. Like, I remember being taught this in history class, and now to hear what I was taught in his class is not true. And I think like the whole thing of that it's easy to tell people, oh no, this doesn't really exist because it's easier for people to believe that than to believe that well maybe something's happening with time or something's going on that's not quite right.
I think I've experienced that.
The Mandela.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
because like I don't know what I experienced, but like you remember XX Tentacion?
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember they had the it was it 2012 Mayan prophecy or something like that.
The
Like,
20 yeah,
right
Yeah,
2012.
now,
2012. Yeah.
right, okay. So keep that year in mind. Now, I didn't really know much about him barely before they said he passed, you know. I was nobody really put me onto his music. But after they say he passed, that's when I started getting into the music and seeing who he was. And I saw this video. His hair was shaved, you know, here, and then but it was like gray dreads, right?
That was like what he had like towards like the end of his life. He just started like making his hair gray and all that, then start putting like
yeah. He got the tree tattooed on his forehead.
yeah. That was what I'm saying. He was
Okay, so I'm
trimming
not the only
his
one who saw that. Y'all said that was like right before they said he passed.
He
Well,
looked
yeah,
like himself,
yeah,
but he didn't look like himself. It
yeah.
remember
was weird.
they always showed him with the blonde and black or the blue, but I saw that video of him in 2012 on YouTube. I said I seen this before because I said I seen him before on my YouTube video, and at that time I was, I guess, having a spiritual awakening, kundalini waking up, because I start looking into like backmasking and subliminal messages, and like I was looking
But
into some weird stuff back then, and all these people start coming from me from nowhere. I seen him in that, and I didn't know who he was. I said, this guy looks weird. And I went to a different, like, search through another YouTube thing. And I wasn't YouTubing at the time, but I did have some videos of like my baby back then. And then I
yeah,
got off of YouTube. Mm-hmm.
You said YouTube.
the funny thing about it, they just did a video talking about time. But before I do that, let's welcome Ariel to the
I
panel. Hey,
I miss
Hi,
Ariel.
Ariel.
What's Gucci, Ariel?
I'm just
yeah,
chilling.
okay,
A
yeah, yeah,
whole new
yeah,
world.
yeah. So like,
And I'm
yeah,
so
yeah,
upset about my football
okay.
team losing tonight.
But
Well,
but as far as that, before you get into it, they did a movie recently. It's called and matter of fact, I did a review on it. It was called Tenet, which like it did a lot with like time. It actually kind of make you, if you after you watch it, you'll make you think about time in a whole different way if you haven't seen it yet.
Mm,
But yeah, but what were you saying, Ariel?
really?
New England lost very bad.
Who?
New England Patriots.
Oh, oh, well, I
They
thought
got
some,
their butts kicked
I thought some,
by
thought something was.
Seattle.
Okay. They didn't pay the refs off this time.
Nope. Just like, since they don't have Tom Brady anymore,
Are we gonna bring on Tom Brady now being there now? Okay.
he's in a different city now.
Tom Brady was paying the refs, so now they ain't got Tom Brady paying the refs no more now. Now the team
They got
sucks.
him. Tampa Bay's problem now.
Uh, well, I mean, Tom Brady should have retired like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but
Or this year, he should have retired. He's been playing football for the past 20 years.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember he lost them Giants. His wife roasted him so badly. It was so funny.
Yeah, and his team won today after losing last week.
Yeah, yeah, but
New Orleans just went ham on Tampa Bay last week. They did.
yeah. Well, I guess it is what it is. but, but yeah. Like before I get this going, but yeah, like far as back to the original topic, like yeah, like thinking about time and all that, and of course, like it's like people say time ain't real, but I mean, it really ain't. Like if there were no clocks and there was like if there were no clocks and there were you in a room where there was no way to see if it was light or dark, you wouldn't know what time it was because it wouldn't exist. Like you could probably be in there a minute, it might feel like an hour. And and you were like, oh man, it was so long. So you only been there a minute. But you didn't but it felt longer to you because of how you perceived it.
Yeah, for sure. Like the composition of a dream. You can have a really well thought out, highly complex series of events, people, and occurrences in a dream that would feel like days, but in all reality, you fell asleep for 5 minutes. You took a nap. It's
Yeah,
it's wild.
yeah. But yeah, I should probably go ahead and end this. But but if y'all wanna come back and discuss this another day, I could I can, get up with y'all, connect with y'all, and we can have a stream really hashed out because it's gone stream gone way longer than I wanted to. But if any of y'all have last words, just gonna give them out. So It is because I mean I want to keep talking about it, but I gotta get ready for work. It stayed on long. I actually planned on it, but y'all got any
And
last words? You know.
I caught you at the very end.
Yeah, I seen you coming early, but I was like, it stayed on. I mean, this stream stayed on way longer than I planned on.
Yeah, I
But
would have been on here sooner. I just started browsing through my notifications and I saw you were live,
yeah,
and I was like, oh man, and
yeah.
then the drop down tab.
Yeah. YouTube being like kind of weird with like people getting notifications, especially when they took away like getting notifications through email. Like even with like some of the stuff I would follow, like even my notifications with seeing comments, you showed my email now they don't show up anymore. I'm just like I'm like, okay, YouTube is really going out their way to make sure nobody doesn't get any notifications. So I'm like, oh,
Well, if you download the Creator Studio, you'll definitely always get a notification for comments, especially if they're holding something for you to review.
yeah, that's the okay.
But that's one
That's
more
so
app taking up memory.
yeah. uh, hey, so y'all got any last words? Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah, I hope.
hop off.
Okay.
Peace out.
All right. Yeah. Ariel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, and as always, I hope you're good,
All right.
happy, healthy, stay Gucci.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I definitely message you when you try to get a date. Everybody can come back on here and talk about it because I definitely want to talk about that. Even though I did a stream talking about it, I want I like to revisit it.
Word. All right, I'm out.
All right. So, how about you, Gigi? Last words?
Thank you for having me. As always, you're a great, great, great inspiration to everybody, and I'm honored to be in your presence and honored to have the guests that you had tonight. And they're very respectful and very knowledgeable. And you know what? I had a great time.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you here. Of course, I'm glad to hear everybody else here because y'all didn't have to come through. Y'all could have been doing anything else. And as far as me being knowledgeable, I know a
Well,
little about a lot. Like Sharp, I know a little about a lot.
let me put a little gangster in it. Don't let nobody play with your mind. You heard?
All right, there we go.
Bye.
Oh, Chevy Me G's channel. Yeah, it's in the description. You would say Kiki. It should be right up above yours. But I appreciate. Yeah, I put the channels right above it, so you should see it, Chef. I put yours, put little Uncle, yes, Gigi, and yeah, I put it right above yours, so you should be able to catch that. But yeah, yeah. So I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to Gigi, Uncle Try, uh, Chef Aurel Young, Ariel. Thank y'all for coming back on. Hey, Sugar. Man, you came right in. How you doing? Been a minute since I seen you around. Oh yeah. So shout out to you. Shout out to Yemi. Shout out to Perk Paisley, Lupus Effect. Shout out to Sugar for coming through. Oh yeah, shout out to Shay too. Forgot about that. So thank y'all for coming through, rocking with me. Like I said, this live went way long than I planned on it, but it's good. Sometimes things just keep going. So hopefully matter of fact, I may do this. Like I said, I'm gonna be try to get up with it with everybody. If they want to come back and discuss what we talked about tonight, we will get back into it and And I'm sure this will be a very interesting conversation. So wholeness and balanced vibrations. And I'll see you later. I'm going to end it with the new ending. And I hope to see y'all next time. Hope you have a great night.